Hi everyone, I'm Torzi and welcome to this 30-minute yoga sequence with Runna. We're going to start in a kneeling position at the back of the mat. So just joining me here, guiding your hips back to your heels. Might feel a little stretch into the quadriceps here if those quads are a little tight today, but hopefully feeling fairly comfortable in this starting pose. Just lengthening through the spine here, drawing the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And just taking a few moments here at the start of our class today to settle and check in with our body and our breath. So having the space here to close the eyes or soften the gaze. And just scan through your physical body here, noticing how you feel as a whole, but also noticing any specific parts of the body that feel like they're holding tension today. As we move through this Yoga for Runners sequence, I aim to target the entire body and leave us feeling freer in our movements, more mobile as we enter the rest of our day, our week ahead. Before we get started today, just taking this time to check in with your natural flow of breath. And maybe just starting to deepen it ever so slightly here. Extending your inhalation and lengthening your exhalation. Oxygenating our muscles, but also clearing the mind here through focus on the breath. We may want to place one hand on our hearts, one hand on our belly here, just to feel how the body responds to deeper breath. Maybe noticing the belly rising, chest lifting as you breathe in, and then chest falling, belly drawing in as you breathe out. Okay, let's take our final deep breaths here. And then we're going to open the eyes, wiggle through the fingers and toes, and prepare to get started with our flow. So drop your fingertips down by your sides here. Take a breath in to lift the arms up high, and then exhale to guide your hands to prayer, drawing your prayer behind your neck and stretching into the triceps here, the upper arms. Lovely. Take a breath in to lift your prayer up above you. As you exhale, draw your right fingertips forward, left fingertips back behind you, coming into this twist. And then you're going to drop your left fingertips behind you and reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Really nice. Take a lovely big circle through that lifted arm, just opening into the shoulder. Breathing in. And then coming back through center, hands resting on those thighs. Take a breath in, lift your hands up above you. Exhale, hands to prayer behind the neck again. Just stretching into those upper arms. Nice long spine. You can switch on the core here, drawing your belly button back to your spine. Great stuff. And then lifting the prayer above you. Exhaling to draw left fingertips forward, right fingertips back behind you for a seated twist. Hips are still drawing forwards. And then we're going to drop our right fingertips back behind us, lift our left fingertips up and back. Taking nice deep breaths in and out. And then we can take a nice big circle through that lifted arm as well. Breathing in with me here. And exhaling to come through center, hands resting on those thighs. Great job. Let's lift up through the hips. We're going to keep our hips over our knees here. But we're going to extend the arms forward towards the top of the mat and lower the forehead down. We're coming into an extended puppy pose here. This is a really lovely posture for the spine, particularly guiding attention to the upper back. And it's that midpoint posture between our downward facing dog and our child's pose. So like in child's pose, forehead is grounding here. But like in down dog, hips are still staying elevated. We're going to lift our gaze up to our hands. We're going to draw our left fingertips through the gap, coming into a threaded needle variation for our arms. So feeling a release here through the left side of your upper back, neck and shoulders. And a stretch through your right arm. Really nice. Root down through the right palm. Guide your left hand to meet the right here. And then draw your right fingertips through the gap, grounding the right cheek. And feeling that release through the right side of your upper back. Great posture for the neck, shoulders, and upper arms. Taking a final deep breath in. And then as we exit this pose, just guiding right hand to meet left. We're going to draw the hands a few inches further towards us here, making our way into downward facing dog, lifting the hips up high, just taking a moment to bend one leg, lengthen into the other, and just switching from side to side here just to stretch a little into the calves, hamstrings. Take a moment to feel acquainted with this pose, pushing down firmly through your hands, hips lifting up towards the ceiling, heels drawing down towards the earth. Just making sure that we're lengthening through our spine. Really nice. We're going to take a deep breath in here, flowing forward to a plank pose, lovely and strong. Shoulders over wrists, making sure hips aren't lifting up to the sky or dropping down here. Really nice long line of energy. We're going to take a deep breath in, draw our left knee to the chest. Exhale, put it back. Inhale, right knee to the chest. Exhale, put it back. Take a breath in and exhale to drop your knees. Drop your chest and chin down to the earth. Inhale, cobra pose. And exhale, child's pose. Hips back to heels, forehead grounds. Taking a few rounds of deep breath here. Before lifting the gaze up to your hands, tucking through the toes and lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Okay, again, we're going to flow forward to plank here as we breathe in. This time as you exhale, really push away from the earth, lifting through the shoulders. On your next breath in, you're going to take your left knee towards your left elbow. Exhale, put it back. Inhale, left knee towards right elbow. Exhale, put it back. Inhale, right knee towards right elbow. Exhale, plank pose, you're doing great. Inhale, right knee towards left elbow. Exhale, plank. Whew, feeling that heat, you've got it, breathe in. And exhale, take chaturanga, or knees, chest and chin, lowering all the way down to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose, lifting the heart. And exhale, downward facing dog. Feeling that activation through the arms and shoulders and the core through that plank practice. Really nice. We're going to lift our gaze up towards our hands here and start to walk our feet towards the wrists, meeting at the top of our mat together. Folding forward over the legs, softening through the knees, guiding our hands towards opposite elbows, and just shaking things out from side to side. We're then going to drop our fingertips down either side of our feet. On your breath in, find your first flat back, lifting the fingertips to the shins and lengthening the spine. Exhale, forward folds. And on your inhale, push into the feet firmly, lift your body all the way up, nice and tall. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Amazing, meeting in a mountain pose together. Now for our salutation practice today, we're gonna welcome a ladder flow. So a ladder flow is a practice that builds upon itself beyond the previous practice. So we'll be building energy whilst we open through the body and adding postures onto each flow. So meeting me here at the top of your mat, making sure that those feet are hip width distance, and getting ready to move with your breath here. Okay, let's take a deep breath in, lift our prayer up towards the ceiling, and exhale to fold forwards. Inhale for your flat back. Exhale for forward folds. Inhale to step your feet back to your plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, or knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra pose or upward facing dog if that's in your practice. And exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards the hands. You could take a little step or hop to the top of your mat. Breathing in for your flat back. Breathing out to fold forwards. Breathe in, root to rise. Breathe out, hands to your heart center. Amazing. Round two. Breathe in, hips back, fingertips forward, chair pose. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale to step or hop back to plank position. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look to your hands. You're going to step your right foot forward between the hands, back toes tucked, heel lifted as you reach up for your high crescent lunge. Lovely. Take a breath in here. Exhale, warrior two, open through the hips, back foot perpendicular to front heel, fingertips outstretched, arms out wide. Lovely. Inhale to reverse your warrior. And exhale to windmill your hands to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes. Meet me in downward facing dog. Option to stay here or an option to take a vinyasa. Inhaling for plank. Exhaling chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're then looking to the hands, stepping the left foot forward between the hands, pushing down through that left foot as we breathe in and lift up for our high crescent lunge on the other side. Doing great. Taking a breath in with me here, and then exhaling to ground the back foot perpendicular to your front heel. Arms reaching out wide, warrior two. Strong through the legs. On your next breath in, reverse your warrior. And exhale to windmill your hands to frame the front foot. Tuck through the back toes and meet your feet in downward facing dog. Option to take a rest here in down dog or flow through your vinyasa. Inhaling for plank. Exhaling to lower down to the earth, your choice. Inhale, lift the heart, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards your hands, take a step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, root to rise. And exhale, hands to heart center, amazing. So as you can see there, quite a shift from that first salutation, building in some warriors and some lunges into our practice. This round is going to build upon the last. So take modifications where you need, take rest whenever you need, and just follow your breath as you move here. Doing an amazing job. Let's breathe in to lift the prayer up. Round three. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Root the palms. Inhale to step or take that hop back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, let's look to the hands. Step the right foot forward, back toes tucked, heel lifted. Inhaling for your high crescent lunge. Exhaling for your warrior two. Inhale to reverse your warrior. And then exhale, you're going to ground your right forearm on your thigh. Follow the left fingertips overhead with the gaze. Drop your left palm to the left side of your right foot. Tuck the back toes and reach the right fingertips up to the sky. Spinal twist, amazing job. Breathe in here. And exhale, meeting in downward facing dog, lifting the hips high. Option to stay here, reconnect with your breath, or an option to flow through vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really good. Look to your hands, step the left foot forward between your palms. Back toes tucked, heel lifted as you breathe in for your high crescent lunge. Breathe out, warrior two. Breathing in, reverse warrior. Amazing. Exhale, ground your left forearm on your thigh. Follow the right fingertips overhead, grounding the right palm, tucking the back toes, and then lifting the left fingertips up for your spinal twist. Feeling that energy flowing now, that heat building. Inhale, and exhale for downward facing dog. Really good. Let's all take a breath in through the nose, and a breath out the mouth. Option to stay here or flow through a vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down to the mat. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely. Look towards your hands, take a generous step or hop to the top of your mat. Breathing in for your flat back. Breathing out for your forward folds. Breathe in, root to rise. And breathe out, hands to heart. Really good job. So that's quite a dynamic ladder flow there, building upon each round of salutation. So hopefully feeling a little bit more connected to your body, like there's energy, heat flowing through the body. And it's from here that we're going to move into a new balance practice. We're going to take on eagle pose today. And this is a posture that lots of people really love. So hopefully you will as well. We're going to root down through our right foot to start. So a few modifications, variations for eagle pose. It's a really great balancing posture for our core and for our glutes. So root down through your right foot here, finding that really firm grounding, pushing down with that big toe knuckle. You're then going to wrap your left leg around your right leg like so. Now, if this is already enough challenge for your balance, Then just find that point of focus, engage through the core, and practice this one leg focus. If you'd like to shift your eagle pose with me, you're going to wrap your left arm under your right, guiding your hands to meet in eagle arms or to opposite shoulders. Option to stay here, or we can start to shift that center of gravity a little lower here. So we're activating through that right glute, shifting things a little bit lower, strengthening the core whilst releasing tension through the shoulders as we guide the shoulder blades apart from one another. Amazing stuff. Welcoming wobbles here if you fall out, just make your way back to where you were or to a previous modification. Okay, gently starting to lift up, release the arms, lift the knee to the chest, and then come down to the earth. Amazing. Shake into those hands and feet. It's a challenging balance, so doing a great job giving it a go. Let's root down through our left foot this time. Again, we wrap leg over grounded leg, so right leg wrapping over there. Option to stay here, or option to wrap right arm under left, meeting the hands, or drawing hands to opposite shoulders. Still finding that point of focus. And then we have the option, if we'd like, to gently shift that center of gravity a little lower, activating through your left glute here, feeling that switch on, keeping things strong and stable. Making sure we're not holding our breath here. It can feel tempting in balance sometimes to hold our breath, but we want to make sure that that breath is still flowing, keeping our body oxygenated. Amazing job. Starting to slowly lift ourselves up out of pose, releasing the arms, lifting the knee up to chest, and then dropping things down. Shake into the hands, shake into the feet. Great stuff. Let's come back towards the top of our mats together. Take a deep breath in, bend into the knees, circle sweep the arms, lift and lengthen, and exhale to fold forwards. Inhale for flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to step the feet back for a brief plank before exhaling to draw the hips back to downward facing dog. From here, we're going to drop the knees, guide ourselves back to a hero pose, and then shift our hips off to the right, toes off to the left, and come to rest on our sit bones here. We're going to extend the right leg forward, guide the left sole of the foot towards the right inner thigh for a seated tree pose or a half dragonfly pose. Lift through the chest and lengthen the spine. Breathe in, fingertips reach up. Breathe out, we fold forwards over that right leg. Now we have an option here to keep heart space directed towards knee, or if you'd like to channel a little bit more focus into your left side, lower back, you can reach the left arm overhead and stretch into the side body. So it's just up to you there what you want to do. And just feeling a sensation here through the hamstring, but also through the hip and the lower back. So it's a really good, versatile posture as part of our sequence today. Lovely. Draw your gaze to that right foot and just start to walk your hands up the extended leg, just taking a moment to pause, letting that sensation through the lower back ease off. We're then going to ground our left palm behind us and lift the hips up, coming into a gate pose as a counter posture for our folds. Really beautiful posture. Okay, coming back down to earth here. Draw the knees together in front of you. And then extend that left leg forward. Right sole of the foot towards your left inner thigh. Lengthening the spine, opening the chest. And then taking a breath in to reach your fingertips up. A breath out to fold forwards over that left leg. Hands can draw to your shin, ankle or foot. And again, you can keep your heart space directed towards your left knee here, or you can open up through the chest and reach the right fingertips up overhead. Releasing through the outer hip, lower spine, while still stretching out that left hamstring as well. And just using all that active energy we built through our ladder flow to get a really good release here through these muscle groups. We're all going to guide our gaze back to that left foot now, and just gently starting to walk our hands up that left leg, lengthening the spine, just easing off the lower back here for just a moment before placing that right hand behind us, lifting through the hips and reaching the left arm behind us for our gate pose, our counter posture for this practice. And then coming back down to the earth, we're going to draw our knees up towards our chest here, and then shift ourselves towards the top of the mat before all coming down onto our backs and welcoming a final resting posture to draw our class to a close today. Palms can rest on your belly here or face up by your sides, whatever feels best. And just allowing your breath to flow naturally, your body to melt into the mats. Resist any urge to activate the body, just let it relax. And for these final few moments of our sequence, of our class, just welcoming some stillness and a space to integrate all the practice we've taken together. Corpse pose. Okay, let's start to take some wiggles of the fingers and toes. A gentle rock of the head from side to side. And then nice and slowly guiding the knees up towards your chest, giving yourself a lovely big hug. Rocking from side to side to massage the lumbar spine, before making your way over to the right side and lifting up into a final seated position to end our Yoga for Runners practice today. Preferably finding a pose in which you can lengthen the spine, draw your crown of the head up to the ceiling above you. And then once we're here, taking a breath in to lift the arms up high, and exhaling to guide the hands to heart center. Just take this moment to thank yourself for dedicating this time and space to your yoga practice. And I really hope that you enjoyed this Yoga for Runners sequence.